truly appreciate school. I attended elementary school pretty far away, so my mother would end up driving my sister and I to school every day. And I remember the best part of school then was eating the snacks my mom would pack for our lunches, but eating it on the way. And even now I still remember me on my very first day. I remember walking down the steps of this huge hill down to the school, all the parents walking their kids to each of their individual rooms. I didn't want to be there. I was telling my mom this was way too soon. I held on to her and I didn't want to let go. It was like she was sending me off to a prison down below, to sit in my desk confined by the walls with all these people I didn't know. And I guess that's how it all started. 12 years later, I stand here on my last day of high school. But the funny thing is, I don't remember much in between. Not the second day, not the third. It all seemed like a blur to me. It's weird to think that those 12 years are what made me who I am today. It's weirder to think that those 12 years were just yesterday. I remember hating doing my homework, taking the tests, hating everything about school, the grades, the books, the class. But now looking back, not much changed from the first day. But now that I look at it, I never understood what it really meant to be truly educated. I never appreciated everything that was given and never gave it a second thought. I never appreciated seeking knowledge or going to school, which others would have dreamed for that shot. And it's crazy to think, without this realization, I wouldn't be who I am today. I'm not saying education is perfect, there are flaws in the system. But as I see, we can't sit back and criticize this system without putting it up on ourselves. Because education is on us, and ultimately it's our final decision. Yeah, I didn't like taking tests and going to class, but it wasn't until I took this final turn, and then I realized how much of a privilege it truly was to learn. All this knowledge to absorb that others would kill for but just couldn't afford. Yeah, so I know I never liked school, but I think I finally realized the key. That you make the most of your education, and that my education was on me. And over these years, I've grown and changed as a person, but school isn't the only thing that got me to where I am today. Ever since I was little, I had this image that was stuck in my head, and I lived by this image till now, not knowing it's always been misread. I guess it all wasn't clear until now when reality has started to set in, because it took me on this crazy adventure that was just starting to begin. See, I've fallen in love with this insane sport called running. A lot of people would say it's crazy, and I would honestly have to agree. But not in the same sense that running for fun is crazy, but what's crazy about it is everything that running has given me. Because when I'm out there on my run, everything makes sense, I'm confident, I'm at home, I'm happy. So freshman year, I had this dream that never really went addressed. Because in this society we live in, people would tell me it's impossible to be the very best. But it's a dream I stuck by day and night, where every day more and more I could see this light. I worked my ass off for this incredible dream, and come sophomore year everything seemed to be falling into place. I even remember on this very specific race, standing on the line with my team in this meet we barely got into, and before this, nobody would have ever guessed what we would have ended up to do. Because at the end of the race, Newbury Park made history.
750.23.
We were at our highest point we could be.
Number 2 in the U.S., Newbury Park.
But it's when those highs get so high, the lows get so low. And that next year, all my goals and my dreams I had to let go. I had surgery mid-season and everything I worked for was gone. But I still had this image that would continue to hang on. So I put everything I had into this one goal, and everything looked bright. My goals, my dreams all began to come into sight. But senior year, everything came crashing down again before my very eyes. I found myself in the hospital twice more to face my final demise. So now what? For years, I put my heart and soul into this one dream to watch it taken away. But as I look back at all that's happened, I know life isn't fair. To experience putting everything into one dream, one seamlessly impossible goal, and surprising yourself by the power of sheer human will, well, that's one of the most beautiful things that life has given me. And while I leave Newbury Park High School with no idea of what I want to be, I know whatever happens, whatever opportunity presents itself, whatever obstacle is given, I will be ready.
Flappenhausen.
Pappy bird.
Puppy in the house.
Puppy house. Pappy? Kim Pappy.
Poppenhausen.
Kimberly. Poop and Hoos.
Happy Smurf.
Poppenhausen.
Puppy!
Kimberly.
Puppy. 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 Puppy.